Time now for the voice of the land on the Big Play Network with your hosts, Kevin Arnold and Always Positive Jay.
One team that I know, while it's not easy to explain why all of us are Ohio State fans, and we're brought up to be Ohio State fans whether we go to the school or not, we are a lot of us are Ohio State fans. Football, basketball, all the sports, but mainly the crux of it is the football season. The Buckeyes didn't look good on Saturday and still won by like 40. Beat Iowa, who had all I heard all game from Joel Klatt was, boy, this defense really playing well. They hold the Buckeyes to another field goal. Well, their offense kind of sucks, and the Buckeyes are still kind of doing what they need to this team. And their defense isn't playing as bad either. Yeah. Took until like midway through the fourth quarter for Gus Johnson and Joel Klatt to talk about the Buckeye defense. But then they also said, but we don't know what they are because they face bad teams. They haven't faced a team over 500 yet.
Yeah, I saw that.
Like, the Buckeyes are talented. They got another big game this week against Penn State. Okay, you get your test on the road against a over 500 team. Jay, Buckeyes are fun. Like, if you want to watch actual football, high school football in this area and Ohio State football right now, or at least even college football, there's been some fun storylines. That's where it's kind of still pure a little bit, and it's been fun to watch that football this year.
Well, yeah, if you're a fan of the Buckeyes, you like to watch them just destroy teams. I don't care. Like, those are fun to me. But like the Browns, if you were just an outside watcher, like not caring for rooting teams, like they sure are entertaining. We just get heartbroken at the end every single time. The Buckeyes don't do that to us. They let you kind of cruise and have a nice, easygoing Saturday, and they just been stomping people right now, and from every which way.
I mean, and I saw all the people. Are you guys like? I know, Peter, you don't tweet a lot, but Jay, are you a big time live in-game tweeter?
I'm only trying to do it during the Browns games now. But no, I normally don't.
To try to generate more?
Because I don't read tweets during games, I'll tell you that much.
Yeah, I need to stop doing that too. But I am not an in-game tweeter. Like, I'm not a live tweeter of games. If there's a big play or something, like last night I tweeted out a couple reactions to a couple Cavs plays just because, like, eyes, head exploding. And, like, I'll tweet when I'm watching European football or soccer from
or when I send you some dude doing some insanely crazy things with the soccer ball.
Everybody go, like, if you haven't, follow at Always Positive Jay and go scrolling through because I know he tagged me in it as well. The absolute freestyle soccer juggler, the things this guy is doing. First off, and I'll just set the stage.
Then he did to do it without a soccer ball. I can't even do.
I know.
Behind the pole, I'm like, I couldn't do that.
I know. Trust me. Like, to set the stage, this guy is juggling a soccer ball on a very decent platform on top of a post, like enough for him to stand on it, but there ain't much room around him, and there's a lot of area to fall off into and go far down. If he did fall off and made one wrong move, and then it just escalates from there. Like, it is fantastic. I appreciate you tagging me in that tweet because that also helped make my Saturday. But like I was saying, live tweeting, like, I'll tweet about some goals if I get a chance to see United, or if they're on a platform that I can actually watch them on, have an account on. I can't watch them all the time watching Premier League soccer. But I'm not a big live tweeter. Like, I'll give you my thoughts after because I need to see the whole story. Just like in this Buckeye game, there's so many people live tweeting and frustrated. And I don't always agree with Adam the Bull, who used to be on 92.3, now has the Ultimate Cleveland Sports Show weekdays, I think, on YouTube. He kind of said it best. Like, this is why I don't like college football, because people are just tweeting about how bad the Buckeyes are, and yet they're beating Iowa's ass. Like,
I actually disagreed with him on Twitter. I was like, dude, I mean, if Twitter's ruining your college football day, that's your problem for reading Twitter.
Right.
Like, college football is great. It's Twitter. If you're reading Twitter, you're ruining it for yourself. He was making it sound like it was college football's fault. And I'm like, it has nothing to do with college football. Just stop reading Twitter.
Right. Like, he was probably taking it to an extreme. Like, he's letting it ruin his day or ruin his experience or his thoughts on college football. What I agreed with is, like, it's a little ridiculous, like, how extreme people were getting. Like, oh, my gosh, this Buckeye team sucks. C.J. Stroud. And again, OG of the show, and I don't mean to call him out. I guess I'm going.
I'll call him out.
Shot or not, as they say on ECT and ESPN in Cleveland. But he has Nick Paulus, one of the original hosts of the show, said C.J. Stroud's Heisman candidacy, and he puts a GIF from what was it, The Simpsons, of a kid rolling down the stairs, like absolutely like flailing down the stairs. Like, guess what? He still had close to 300 yards. 3 touchdown passes or something like that. Marvin Harrison, 4 touchdown passes, 1 interception. So that touchdown-interception ratio continues to grow.
The same Nick Paulus that called out fans for overreacting on Twitter.
Yeah,
that wanted to fire all the coaches 4 weeks ago from the Browns.
You said that. I didn't say that.
I don't work with them.
You said that. I didn't say that.
And
I ain't getting into that.
I'm glad, actually.
Hey, he wants to come out here and debate. He's more than welcome to come out here and debate whatever he wants with me. But
I'm
glad. He kind of
glad.
ticked me off when he said that. I'm getting annoyed with people trying to constantly call fans like, dude, Twitter is not the fan base.
No.
So people need to stop with that crap.
No.
Look, Browns fans are toxic. No, you're just reading the toxic people on Twitter.
It's
like most people don't even tweet; they just read stuff.
It's clearly not, because I have duped a couple like show hosts on some of the radio stations a few times. But when I was a fan and not working at one, sending in a tweet, and then they were like, do this bit of trying to guess, like, is this a real tweet or a fake tweet? And I'd sent something in about like the Indians name change when it was still kind of being talked about, wasn't fully in, and like the host said, this tweet is too sensible. There's no way. This has got to be a fake tweet. And no, like, so I don't get many likes, and I don't care. Like, I don't care that I don't go viral on Twitter. I just use it to get some thoughts out, because we don't do the show every night or every day,
Right.
and go from there.
But that's one of the problems with Twitter, right? Is that it's this whole like circle of just spouting out a lot of crap, because the most insane stuff you can say gets people fired up, and then they retweet it because it's like I used to listen to Mike Trevisano on TAM.
Rest in peace.
Rest in peace.
Honestly, like, prayers and condolences still to his family.
And I liked listening to him, but there were times when he would drive me absolutely insane, because the stuff he was saying was so freaking stupid. And then I realized he's just screwing with you.
Yeah.
Because he'll go on there and he'll say the dumbest thing, because people get fired up and they call in and they text into the show and they're like,
yeah,
well, you're a moron. And he just ate it up. And that's all. And Twitter's like that, but for everybody.
Yeah.
Everyone that wants to be Twitter famous, they throw it out there, and craziness. And it's like,
I don't know what you're doing.
Are you celebrating the game, or?
I'm celebrating the game, yeah. Sorry, guys.
I'm going on a Twitter rant, and he's watching the game.
I'm listening to you, though. Like, and I totally agree. Like, there's definitely people that will bait you. Like, people have used Twitter or their platform, whatever it might be, to bait other people. And maybe I'm taking a bait on people live tweeting the game. I just think it's ridiculous that in a game like that with Ohio State, trying to people thinking like, oh my gosh, the world's crumbling down, like this team can't win. You're still beating Iowa. Like, yes, Iowa got a fumble recovery and ran it back for a touchdown.
Right.
That was their only touchdown in the game. The defense gave up only 3 points. Your offense alone scored 47 points, because the defense got a touchdown to keep things rolling the first half. Offense picks it up in the second half. Yeah. You still score 47. It's like the fifth or sixth, like whatever. It's however many games in a row they've scored 40 points or more.
I'm kind of glad. What I was going to say before, so I'm kind of glad that they had this game against Iowa. Iowa does have a tough defense, and yeah, we saw some issues. Mm-hmm. We also saw in the second half that a lot of corrections. Yeah. And I'll tell you what, I'd rather have that happen this week against Iowa before we go into Happy Valley next week and face Penn State, because Penn State is going to be schemed and coached up for this game, and Penn State has a lot of talent. Every year they have a lot of talent.
They do. They got a lot of fast guys. Sean Clifford, their quarterback, the fifth-year senior, however extra many year senior, definitely has that team rolling. They got beat by the team up north, but they're still a really good team.
Don't ever read Twitter during Buckeyes games, guys.
Oh,
Just don't.